Do you remember the 21st night of September? Because I sure do. I'm pretty sure I'm live. In a hot minute. So, as usual, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and good night. Whatever time it is time to celebrate, I suppose. And yeah, thank you. I'm definitely feeling a lot better today. I had to push the stream back from yesterday because I was just not feeling great at all. Today, not 100%, but a lot better. So, get some BGM going. See the progress of this piece so far. How about something? As I have a million typos. Okay. Taker. Was it this one or was it? I think I had this one saved. But I cannot find it. So I was gonna play the Mexican caretaker version, but after a quick search, I'm just gonna play the regular one. Why? Because I had this idea a few weeks ago. Yeah, okay, is that too loud? Hey-oh, thank you. Okay, that's really loud for me, so I'm gonna turn that down on my end. Are we gonna keep his BGM the whole stream? I have no idea. But at least it'll be something, I guess. You know, I was contemplating streaming earlier, but like an hour or so earlier, but personally, I am not a huge fan when streamers have a set time and then they end up streaming a bit earlier than that. Because it kind of just throws me off as a viewer. So I decided to just stick it out and do it at a regular time, or the scheduled time, I suppose you would say. And yes, thank you. Right, I guess I should start drawing. It's not really birthday themed, but I couldn't really think of what to draw. But then I thought, you know, October is just around the corner. Well, let's do something mildly spooky, like a Jiangxi. And so that's kind of where we're going today. So I kind of just whipped it up at not a whole lot of thought. Like, honestly, it has been a little bit of getting used to drawing things normally again, instead of doing just pixel art. Like, if you've seen on my Twitter for, well, pretty much the whole month, I've just been drawing, like, pixel art of everything. Which has certainly been a bit of a different experience. Honestly, I like it. It's pretty fun. As far as, like, why I started doing pixel art, admittedly, part of it was because of the whole, what is it, like, W-Place and whatnot. Even though I didn't really deal with that at all, but I saw it and I thought, you know, I kind of want to make this pixel art. And then on top of that, I started playing a Pokemon ROM hack. It really made me think, like, it'd be kind of neat if I could replace these sometime. And I thought, why don't I just draw pixel art? And that's kind of just how it happened. And yeah, hey-oh. Yeah, it's a bit of a learning experience trying to make pixel art. Yeah, thank you. And honestly, I did think, like, some of them did turn out pretty well by my standards, so others were a little bit iffy, but that's just how it goes. Oh, nice. Happy early birthday to you as well, then. As I was saying, the pixel art, yeah, like, which one was it recently? I thought was pretty nice. My loader would load. Actually, I have to be really careful which ones I open. I'm probably not going to open any of these files on stream because a lot of them are... have additional alts, I'll just say that much. And I think I last saved them, yeah, like the Lumi one I could not open up on stream. It's all good, I'll be here probably... Yeah, it's a Sunday night, so I'm probably not going to go super long, but I'd say maybe like an hour or so, and I can... like about an hour stream, and I don't really have to cut on sleep too much for work tomorrow. Yeah. But then there's some that you would think there would be an alt, but I just haven't really gotten around to it. Like the Lumi one, for example, I do have an R18 alt to it, but I did not add my usual additions, let's say. And I've also got a few others that I'm working on, like this one I could open. If it'll... there we go. Yeah, Mono Monet, or the Monet or Monet? I haven't really heard her say her full name, but before Mirai and whatnot. She said something about being like super tan, so I thought, draw something like that, but this one I started a few days ago and I've not finished it yet. Got a few like that here. You know, it's turning out decently, but it's just rendering. Even if it is pixel rendering, it's still just like that sort of thing where I'm just like, do I really want to do this right now? Yeah, like, I like how this one's turning out, but to finish it, it'll just be like a case of locking in and sitting down. Speaking of that, yeah, next month is October, which means I'm gonna be pretty busy just drawing Pippa every day. I've already got about, I think about, I had to say, probably about half a month's worth of drawing prompts so far. So it'll be enough to get started, but I'll have to figure out something else as we go along. I don't know if I've really talked about this, but I also have plans for doing like a daily drawing thing for November and December as well. The December one is kind of a... I don't know if revenge is the right term, but an attempt again at what I tried last year of Dragon December. Drawing a dragon VTuber every day. Like, since then, I have been collecting dragon VTubers. Got a whole folder full of them. Am I going to be able to get through all of them? Probably not. But do I have them? Oh yeah. At this folder, I got about 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 6, 36, 40. About 40 or 50 dragon VTubers in this folder. Though since then, some of them have either graduated or changed forms, so... either way, that's more than enough for like a month of drawings. And then for November, well... you could probably take a guess on that. Non-stop net. It's basically, November's gonna be my chance to just draw all the VTubers that I've been kind of wanting to draw, but just haven't really gotten around to. I'm just gonna try to, how do you say, work my way through that checklist. Will I get burnt out? Probably. But it'll be more akin to me drawing like what I feel like I want to draw rather than what I feel like I have to draw. Any sense? Because I don't really have to draw anything, but there's a lot of things that just feels like there's sort of obligation. And that just kind of saps a lot of the motivation from it. Like, even when it is things I want to draw, when it feels like I'm forced to draw it within a specific time frame, it's just... I don't know, it's hard to explain, really, but... it's like drawing stuff for people's anniversaries or birthdays. Like, when it happens when I'm really busy, like as soon as like a week has passed, and it's just like, do I even still bother drawing a birthday art? Like, It just gets kind of tiresome like that. But this is going to be just me drawing all the things I've been wanting to draw in my list, but just haven't really found a chance to yet, so hopefully that keeps me motivated. But I'm also not going to force it too hard. Like, if I'm not feeling it, then I'm just going to take a break that day and just keep going on the other days. Because if you remember last year, I went really hard in October and November. Like, insanely hard, but then December I just completely just fell off. And in a way, I just never really recovered from that. Like, this year has just been my sort of like, oh, I'll draw when I feel like it. Not forcing myself too hard, just taking it easy. And in some ways it's been refreshing, but in others it's just like, I feel like there's more that I should be doing. Watching the world pass by me, in a sense. But in lighter terms, what else has been going on? I finally got a few more albums, CDs. Like, even though it's like 2 years after release, I'm finally listening to Avenged Sevenfold's newer album, Life is But a Dream. And on the first listen through, I have to say, I really wasn't sure how to feel about it. But then after that, like the second, third playthroughs, it really started to get a feel for it. Like, it is, like, personally, I feel like it's probably their best album, or at least my favorite album they've released. Now, keep in mind, previously my favorite album was Waking to Fallen, their second oldest album, but oldest, like, real album. Oh, and also got, what was it? Hail to the King, which honestly is a pretty decent album as well. But the only one I'm missing is their technical first album. What was it again? Sound of the Seventh Trumpet, which honestly, like, I'm not really a huge fan of that one, which is why I don't really care if I finish the collection or not, but it's been rather nice to listen to in the car on my way to work. Although there's a few more albums that I'm hunting for. Namely, The Killers, Sam's Town. That's another album I've been listening to recently. One of my coworkers has been listening to it, or has had a few of its songs in his playlist. And so I've been hearing a few of those and I thought, oh, this is actually pretty good. So I kind of just want the album for myself just so I can play it in my car. Because, I mean, that's pretty much the only place where I can listen to actual physical CDs anymore. But I actually really feel like I have a place to listen to them, or reason to listen to them. Other than that, I had a car. I don't know if you've been following my saga, but yeah. Read about it a bit, but the car is kinda not in a great state right now. It's technically drivable, but kinda not road safe, so I basically sent it out to the, what do you call it, shop to get repaired. I weighed my options, I thought about getting a new car, but even just like the base price of that would be way more than it'd be worth to actually repair it, so I decided to just take the bullet and get it repaired. And hopefully it'll last me for a few more years after that, but it's gonna be a huge cost up front. Which wouldn't be so bad if I didn't already have to pay, like, a bunch on maintenance earlier in the year. Yeah, thank you. Not really taking requests at the moment, but I might keep the name in mind to check out later. Because honestly, like, I'm always just... I have a huge collection of just VTubers I'll probably never really get the chance to draw, but... I'll keep them in my notes, even for like 3 years, and sometimes I'll pick, oh, I'll just draw you now. Like, 3 years later, alright. But basically, this is just gonna set back my plans to get an actual proper computer. Despite the fact that really this laptop is at about the same state as my car, so... But one of them will inconvenience me, while the other one could possibly injure me or damage me, so... In that sense, it's a bit of an easier choice to make between which one to get repaired. On a lighter note, things are otherwise pretty well. Not too much to complain about. Good food. Right, I gotta get a cake at some. No, I'll figure that out later. Like, honestly, part of me kind of just wants to stream on, like, Twitch just so we can play more copyrighted music, but YouTube is just so much nicer for me to use. I wonder if I should make this part small. Heyo, heyo, thank you. And that said, I'm not really sure how much longer I want to keep listening to this. But that said, I don't really have anything else I specifically want to listen to. So... I don't know. I might just go to my usual VGM playlist. Which is to say, just whatever I feel like throwing in the queue. So we've been listening to this for 15 minutes, that's... I would do it for 6.5 hours, but... I think I might just go insane before that. So I think we're gonna swap it out a bit. Oh yeah, we can play that. Oh, that's right, that's what I wanted to play. Right, I remember now. Now, the audio quality on this is going to be horrible. But, yeah, we're just gonna listen to that. Yeah, that'll work. So I was drawing the horn. Right, I should do it on, should probably, what layer is this on? Is that on, yeah, we'll do it on this layer, that makes sense. And if you recognize this BGM, I know what you are. And I just need to do the tail, and then we can start rendering, I think. As far as the rendering goes, I have no idea really what I want to do. Like, I probably should add like a background or something, but the problem I have with backgrounds is just that I have usually no idea in mind when I start a piece. And so when I do add a background, it's usually sort of haphazardly slapped on. Yeah, I'm glad I managed to actually figure out some stream here. Because I've been like how do you say, MIA for like last 2-3 months, pretty sporadically. It's just tough because my usual stream time is like super late, like this time, but in order to actually get a good stream around this time, like I gotta cut so much sleep, and I just barely sleep as it is these days. Which is why I'm not going super long tonight. But I have a feel for like how long I can really afford to spend. Like I got a decent sleep last night, which is why I'm doing it today. It ain't so bad. It's not so bad. Yeah, a little bit, but not beyond too much. Like, I've stayed up this late on a weeknight, on a work night, watching certain other VTubers, so... Yeah, well, one VTuber in particular, who is... Oh, it looks like she ended her stream, so... I kinda left a little bit earlier, just to, like, setting up for this, but yeah, I guess she's done. Yeah, Moga, she keeps me up at night. And sometimes when I have to watch out for like a random, like 12 AM space, Twitter space, just getting random Discord pings, like, filled with dread. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she do be pretty neat. I just really wish you could have been able to get that one dragon model, Rum. But alas, things cannot be as they... I don't know, words, man. Like, even though I am pretty awake right now, or alert, it still is late and my brain just does not do words this late. Stream at midnight or 3 AM, yeah. I say as I'm streaming at pretty much those hours. And yeah, thank you. So there's this one Thai VTuber I really like who, she used to stream at like 3 AM my time, but like this last week or so, she's actually been streaming at like pretty much during my work hours. Like, I've actually come home some days and she's still been streaming like her 5-6 hour streams. It's been nice to be able to catch those. Her name is xZilva. And like the way that I found her, like you might think like it's some random Thai VTuber, like 2view VTuber, like how the hell do you find that? And honestly, like I found her because of another VTuber. Non-Anon. And also technically Naki Kamizuki, because they were tweeting some stuff on Twitter. This xZilva made some sort of asset that was like a fucking school swimsuit with like a huge bulge on it. But that's kind of how I found her, so... Yeah. Anywho, rendering. I feel like this one sleeve is a bit larger than the other. Maybe like larger here, but smaller here. Then this part here. Well, let's say it's in the good enough range. I'm too EP to think about it too much. I could probably, well, definitely not going to get this done tonight. Hopefully done in time before it's too late, but... Yeah, late for my own birthday. I'm not usually too huge on celebrations and stuff. I don't really need a whole lot in my life. Like a bit of cake, a bit of art, and I'm good. Okay, how are we gonna do I kind of like, it's one thing I kind of liked about the pixel art. I don't have to think about like the brush or the brush strokes or anything. For pixel art, I just sort of like plop a thing, like plop a thing, plop a thing. Go like straight through without worrying about like brush strength or like. That's one of the problems with this brush is like it's a good all-in-one tool, but because of that you have to really spend a lot more time to get the desired effect you want sometimes. It's a really good brush that you can do like solid strokes like that, but then it's also a good blending brush, so but to get like good blending you gotta really sort of take your time with it and go light and go hard. Yeah. Do I even really want to use this shade? Not really, do. Maybe a little bit more orangey. Because otherwise it kind of blends into the hair a little bit too much. It's too much pinkish. Although that's something I didn't really think about till now. Because my Oshi is a pink woman. And somehow my avatar is also a pink woman. Well, woman quotation question mark. Bracket question mark. Like really the question marks on my whatever ref sheet is just supposed to be like draw whatever you feel like at the moment. But really that's kind of how I draw a lot of my stuff. Deciding what features to add, it's just like today you'll get a nice fat one, tomorrow there'll be nothing there. Yeah, I don't know, I've just always really liked pink hair and anime girls. As for why, I could not tell you. But like, what was the trigger for it? No idea. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Something, but no. Lighting is... So this side is a shaded. Maybe I should do it... Maybe I should do it this side. Lighting. I'm going to change some of these values around a bit. So what I mean was like a pretty good blending brush, but you also got to really just micromanage it a lot if you... Desired effect. Yeah, I think I might have made it a bit too orange, but maybe I made the base of the skin a little bit too pinkish. Yeah, I don't know. Shading's over here, then yeah, probably... I just decided we'll do a bit lighter over here. The tummy. You see, this is the thing, like, I don't I don't consider myself particularly like a tummy specialist or anything. And it's not even that I specifically like the tummy even that much, but just somehow with like the outfits and things I like to draw, it just ends up there anyway, being very prominent. Even though for the most part I don't really have anything to do with it. Yeah. It's one of those things you just sort of like fuck around and find out. But this, like, it kinda looks like something. Yeah, pretty much. Fuck around and find out, or... Fuck it, we ball. That's more of a... That's more accurate in this case. Fuck it, we ball. I really do not remember a lot of these BGMs. This one's a battle theme. I don't think I actually fight the slime too often. Which might be why I don't recognize it. But it might not be a battle theme, so I really haven't. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Now, as far as I'm wondering why I'm not really zooming in too much right now. Even though I normally do, is because my little mini dial thingy here is a little bit buggy. So whenever I try to zoom in or out, it just freaks out and goes like super far or super close, or both at the same time. I'm trying to figure out the right brush size. Maybe. Oosh. I need to find a better reference pick. We're trying to use like a cel-shaded reference. That's a completely different put, to be honest. Yeah. Probably make this bit a bit lighter. Look at this video. Yeah, the face is always where I like struggle a lot with the rendering. I think something like that. Oh, this one I remember. This one... Drow. Or no, diving maneuver. Oh, no, it's a different one than I thought of. It's started similarly. It's probably related to the siren and whatnot. Okay, do some. Bam. And a bit more. Maybe a smaller brush size for these parts. Maybe larger for here. The light is coming that. A little bit right in here. A little more light. Even though Lily is, as they say, flat as fuck, gotta be at least a little bit of a divot. Something like that, maybe. And here. No, maybe a little bit. No. The guy is there. Should be fine. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to be somewhat appropriate. And now on a separate layer, we can add the block and whatnot. How big is that? Too big. That might work. Yep, this is what I mean. This is me just scrolling it and zooming in. Okay, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Just a multiple. It's a bit too short. Oh, something stuck in my throat. I got some tea. Yeah, so they sort of got stuck in a sort of like flow state. Usually, I mean, plus also when drawing, usually, particularly in like CSP, like you got a pretty lenient autosave. And as far as CSP goes, in the amount of time I've been using it, I've only had about, I'd say, 2 major crashes, so it's generally not too bad, but yeah, it is a good practice just to save as much as you can. But artists just really like to get distracted. Keep on drawing. think something like that to start. And then once we're finished with everything else, we can add additional lighting and whatnot. Alright, I still need to add the scales, right? I have a separate layer just for the scales, but I haven't added that yet. I might just save that to the end and hope I don't forget. Yeah, I want to add some like scales around like here or whatnot. Me trying to control the zoom. Move on to the clothing. How do I want to do this? How do I want to texture this? That is the real question. Here. Nothing here. Yeah, sick of my throat. Guilty Gear. So I'd want to get, what was it? Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear 2 Overture. I want to stream that one sometime. Not any of the actual fighting game one, just Overture. Is there a fly in there? Out of here. Skip it. I do not play fighting games. But I am interested in some of them as far as like characters, story, music goes. And I'm not really intending to get into fighting games, but Guilty Gear 2 Overture is very much not a fighting game. Not like the rest of the series. But it also has some of my favorite some of my favorite music, like Diva. I played a few of those OSTs in my stream sometimes. And of course Grand Blue. Which I probably would play Grand Blue Versus on stream, but yeah. Like, as someone who plays the regular game, the MOBA game, like, just even getting it on Steam just feels like a rip-off. Like, you don't get any of the actual in-game bonus. Like, yeah. Oh, no. When you undo one too many times. Yeah, I probably should have just done these on separate layers, to be honest. The sleeve and the leggings. But I usually like to organize things just based on, like, base color. Which makes organizing and trying to find layers a lot easier, but it also creates issues like this. There are certain things too close together and they kind of each other when you're trying to render. Like at this point in rendering, I'm just kind of on autopilot. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm sort of... Oh, I had a tooo fighting games, yeah. I think it was... which one was it? It was... I played a few of them for a bit. It was... the one that had Kokoro. That was... Hopeless Masquerade. Played a decent bit of that one for a while. And also Hisoten Soku. Where's the top of the outfit? I don't know, same thing as everything, kind of pinkish. Also, I mean, if you could even really call it a top. There's so many BGMs from this game I just do not remember. But to be honest, like, out of any game that I can use in like a celebration for myself, like, this is probably the single most in-character choice I could make. Not quite random. Not quite random, not quite organized. Arbitrary, I suppose you could say. Something I've been considering a lot here is the difference between things being arbitrary and things being really random. But speaking of this game, like, you know, Sleepy, EP Sleepy, into her video game review, I almost submitted something from this game for her. I thought, it was a really tough choice, to be honest. Like, do I go for the meme option? Do I go for something actually a banger? But I'm still holding on to this. Like, if there's ever a category I can submit something from this game for, I probably will. At some point. But the category just wasn't quite right. Perhaps something like that. I might make this part a bit darker later. Maybe desaturated. The speed of it is getting pretty late. I'll get a few more minutes. Yeah, definitely not getting this done tonight. Probably, I just gotta do this part, those parts, the boots, the eyes, the hair. But you probably it's not really that much more work, but it's definitely more than I'm able to really spend tonight. How's about we put on... perhaps this one. Yeah, it's coming out pretty well. Well, pretty well considering I'm pretty rusty as far as like non-pixely things go. But it's good, I need to get my practice in to be ready for October. Because even though I probably could do it pixely, I'd rather just do it keeping in the theme or the tradition. There's one right here and there. There should be a bit of light there. Like honestly, some of the music in this game is way better. For example, where is it? Head on, I think that one will... It's fun. Not really what we're looking for. I'm gonna firefight. I guess it doesn't help that I'm not really too sure what the material of this boot really should be, so... Like, really, when you're rendering something, you should probably have an idea of what the material actually is. Make it more like... That's what I'm thinking, like something like that. Yeah, it's fine. Like, even if you have like the same sort of basic list or basic, I read the list at the same time I read that or thought that. Yeah, the same basic frame, like the way you render it can completely change what it really appears like. But in general, I'm too lazy to really work. Let's do this, like a... Go do my usual fuck-a-weep all. Like, as long as it looks like something, then that's good enough for me. Usually, at least. Keep that. I think I did want to change the... That's not good, right? A little bit of light. Something like that. Well, that said, I think I will call it a night for tonight. A little bit, well, roughly an hour or so. That's about what I anticipated, prepared for. Yeah, but it's nice to get back to this after so long. I haven't done a stream in a while, but more than that, I haven't done an art stream in a while. It's all just been like Civ, and more Civ. Yes, thank you for the birthday wishes. So, as usual, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and good night. Whatever time it is. I don't know, I'll see you later. I don't know when our next stream, hopefully I'll... Work seems like I might be moving to a 4-day work week temporarily, so maybe I'll be able to do some daytime streams, but we'll see. I'll see you when I see you, so as usual, hope to bye-bye and take care of yourself, yes? See ya.